You've worked really hard to get this interview, so let's not waste this opportunity. I want you to make sure that you do everything in your power to ace the interview so that you can get the offer, which is why today I'm breaking down my top 5 tips to make sure that at the end of the day, you're getting that phone call with a congratulations, welcome to the team. So stay tuned and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sara. I am the career coach who helps people find their dream jobs where they work less, make more money, and finally feel fulfilled and happy doing work that they love. And I want to help literally as many people as I can. 80% of people hate or tolerate their jobs, and that really bugs me. I want 80% of people to like and love their work, which is why I drop free help here every week. Everything from interviews like today and resumes and networking and getting promoted and changing careers and building your confidence. Everything and anything under the sun when it comes to job searches, career development, career changes, career pivots, just, liking your work. So make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss a single one. Now, let's dive in. Okay, wait a second. No. Breaking news. No, I can't dive in yet because I need to tell you about the job search coaching week that I am hosting May 6th to May 13th. It's an entire week devoted to getting your job search, getting your career shift or change or whatever that's going to be kickstarted. So we have 4 live trainings. We're doing a resume review session where I'm going to randomly pick a few people's resumes to review in a live recorded session where I talk about why they are working, why they are not working, how to rewrite them, what we're all thinking. I'm teaching job search strategies that actually work, where we are creating like a weekly schedule of activities that relate to job searches and the like that get results instead of feeling like you're just sending resumes into the abyss, never to be heard from or seen again. We're talking LinkedIn networking, how to leverage LinkedIn to bring opportunities to you so that you don't have to be clicking easy apply over and over and over again. And we're doing a mock interview where I'm going to ask people questions from interviews that they've had and they've struggled with, or interview questions I think they'll be asked for the types of jobs that they want. And we're going to do it in a gentle mock style so that we can improve them. And then finishing off with a live Q&A, answering all of your questions that you have. This entire week of 4 live trainings, 1 Q&A, a Facebook group, a community of support that will never go away. It'll be archived, but you will always have access to these videos for $10. That is the price, not even the price of 2 coffees from Starbucks. Can't even buy lunch for that. But for $10, you can get me in your job search, in your careers for an entire week, getting my full-on support. To join us, go and click the link below. I can't wait to see you in there. And we're going to be talking about things like this, things like the interviews and how you can make sure that you get the offer. So let's dive into today's topic. No more breaking news, no more interruptions, where I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for getting that offer from an interview. Okay, number 1, prepare for it. I know it feels silly, but you do need to prepare for it. Some people don't, or some people over prepare for it. So I want you to think about how you would answer questions like, tell me about yourself. I help you here. Or why do you want to work here? I'm going to help you there too. What's your greatest strengths? What's your greatest weakness? How to talk about money. I have so much free help for all of those to help you prepare to answer interview questions, and even one on how to answer interview questions. So I have a treasure trove of information to help you prepare for some of the most common and challenging interview questions that you may be asked. But I want you to prepare for all of those sort of questions. The other key I always like to say is know your resume. Take a look at the resume that you submitted and know it. Because if they do a resume-based interview, can you tell me about this? Can you tell me about that? We don't want any inconsistencies because that raises a red flag. So know your resume. Okay, tip number 2 is plan the day. So this is like figuring out all of the little nitty-gritty things that could happen. So you will want to decide what to wear. I got it. YouTube for that. You're going to want to figure out where it is if you're doing it in person. You're going to want to do like how long is it going to take you to get there at the time of the interview. I have made that mistake. You want to figure out any of the like little nitty gritty of getting there because you're going to be nervous. The last thing you want is any added anxiety of getting there. If you're doing it online or on a phone using Zoom or Teams or something, you're going to want to make sure your technology is right, like your headset is all charged, your earbuds or whatever is all charged, that your mic is working properly, that your camera is working properly, and then you want to have a contingency plan in case they are not. Will you shift to your phone? Will you just explain that something's broken and then just kind of carry on? You need to prepare for a technology not always working, because it doesn't always work. And then I want you to think about when to arrive, especially for in-person interviews. I used to like to get there relatively early, but I wouldn't walk in early because there's nothing worse when you're nervous than sitting in a waiting room waiting for something. No, I would then go for a walk, because for me, that was a key to managing my interview nerves. And if you are nervous, but we're going to talk about that. And I think getting there too early also leaves, like if the recruiter hears or the hiring manager, it's like, they feel a little bit rushed and behind. And so we don't like that. I think getting there 5 to 10 minutes before your interview time shows that you are prompt and that you show up ahead of time, but not too far in advance where you get so nervous and wrapped up in your head sitting in that waiting room. Okay, tip number 3, prepare for the worst. Okay, I'm a worst case scenario gal, so, this is coming from that space. But this is why. Because if we prepare for the best, which is good, prepare for the best. But then if the worst happens, then we screw up the entire interview. But if you are able to navigate a misstep in the interview, it makes your life easier, obviously, but it makes you more likely to get the offer, because they'll see that you can handle missteps and mistakes. And I've hired lots of people who've recovered. Like, it's so important to show that you can recover. So the 3 most common things that happen in an interview, besides technology, is your nerves. So go watch this if you have interview nerves. You're rambling. If you're a rambler, go watch this to help you navigate the rambling. And when you don't know the answer, they ask you a question and you don't know how to answer, I also got you covered there. Again, I have so many resources, which is why I want you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss things, because I am a overthinker. Like, I think through all of the little things, and I try and create YouTube videos for every scenario. So for the prepare for the worst with your nerves, your rambling, and when you don't know the answer, I've got you covered there. Go watch those. Okay, tip number 4 for mastering the interview so you get the offer is ask questions. Ask them. Ask them at every stage. It shows you're interested, yes, for sure. It allows you to get information that you need to know, because I want you to remember, this is a two-way street. They're interviewing you to see if you are good for the job, if you're fit for the role, if you can do it. But you're also interviewing them to see if they're good for you. if you're fit for them, if this is what you want to do and where you want to grow. So this is a two-way street. So you got to ask the questions that give you the information to make the decision on whether or not this is the right move. But also asking really good questions excites interviewers. And I'm not talking about what's your leadership style, like different questions that they don't get asked all the time, insightful questions where you can create a conversation. Oh, mwah, it is amazing. Let me tell you the magic it can create once you leave that room, and the memory of you, how you resonate with them. It really leads to an amazing offer. So ask questions. Now, if you're struggling to figure out what questions to ask, like what questions are boring to them and which ones are exciting, here is 7 must ask questions to ask in an interview. See, I got you covered. Go watch that. Okay. Tip number 5 is follow up. So this is kind of like after the interview, but send a thank you note to each interviewer. Send them within 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. Sometimes I like some strategy stuff on it, but it's really important because it leaves a lasting impression. It really hammers home that you go above and beyond and that you really are interested in this position. It also, if you missed like a question, like you didn't have an answer for it, it allows you to recover from that by answering the question in the thank you email. Now, if you don't know what to say in a thank you email, well, guess what? Like usual, I've got you covered. So go watch this sample follow-up email video where I walk you through, and then in the description have a sample email for you to customize and send to your heart's content. Okay, to wrap up, my top 5 tips is prepare for the interview. Like prepare for the questions that they're going to ask. Plan for the day. Prepare for the worst. Ask questions and then follow up. So those 5 things, you master those, you're going to get the offer. Guaranteed every single time. And don't forget, if you want more of my support, if you want me looking at your job search, then you have to sign up for the $10 a week job search coaching week. Oh boy, the $10 job search coaching week. There you go. I have a much better master of job searches than I do of words today. But I can't wait to see you in there because I just want you in that dream job. And we saw people getting jobs like in the days and the weeks and the months following that coaching week last year, all because of what we did and getting incredible jobs, like those dreamy jobs, not just any old job. So I got to see you in there. Hit the link below to join us and comment below what your number 1 tip is for interview success. I'd love to hear it so that we can help everybody ace those interviews and get those offers. Okay, until next week, have a great one. Take care. Bye. If you liked this video, then I invite you to join me in the Find Your Dream Job program, where you work less, make more money, and finally feel fulfilled doing work that you love. Find out more at www.saracurto.ca/CYLA. See you there.